Some celebs call us loco. You know we are next, call it mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man, we're back again, per usual. Yeah, we're getting into it. Ben Jacobs just spoke up the things. He gave the drop of everything he knows. He gave up his sources. So, yeah, we're back to just speak about it, man. But, yeah, we're going to get into it straight away. Let's see who we spoke about first. And we'll get into it, man. He said a lot of things, though. He spoke about a lot of players. Gyokeres, Osihmen, Antony. Who else was there? Rashford, Garnacho. Literally got into it. Vlahovic. A lot of links that we've been linked with as well. We basically just broke it down and let it be known if it's true or it's not. Do you know what I mean? Let me put this light on as well so you lot can see him a bit more. There we go. So yeah, man. We're gonna get into it. Let's get into it. Gyokeres. That's the first one on the list. He basically just saying, just because Victor Gyokeres prefers Arsenal doesn't mean he's turned down Man United. There's no message from him in regards to outright saying no to United. Arsenal's in a more advanced position. Of course they are. He's literally said he prefers Arsenal more because of Champions League. And obviously we've turned around and said it's fine, etc. So, yeah. If Arsenal go for him, he's all theirs, basically. They're in the front line. It's just like Mbuemo with us. If we want Mbuemo right now, we'll get him. But it's up to Arsenal. Arsenal's in the driver's seat. What are they going to do? That's where the questions are. It's up to Arsenal. And then it goes, if Man United were hypothetically given the choice between Victor Gyokeres and Hugo Ekitike, they'd go for the former. As it's a deal that is financially more viable. So this is what I'm saying. I said this as well. Ekitike is being priced something crazy and you ain't even scored that much goals or nothing. You're not even, you know what I mean? Like they got him as a 63 million to 100 million. Why? Like Frankfurt's just doing madness, like even just coming out with that. That's crazy. Gyokeres has scored 63 goals and he cost 60 million or something like that. So that's like, come on, man. It's a no-brainer, really. I remember Ruben's got the link with Gyokeres where he trusts him. Why would we pick Ekitike? Ekitike don't even seem like a Man United striker, what Ruben wants. Like I've said before, Ruben, everyone we've been linked with, Mateta, Delap, Gyokeres and Osihmen, they're all big strikers. They bully defenders. They score in the box. Ekitike is like, he's a bit more techie with it. He can grab the ball, link up. He's not really in the box. He's not a box striker where he sits in the box and scores goals. No, he's running around and he's doing things all over the place. He's more better on the eye, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we would go for Gyokeres if it was out of them two and Ekitike. But Gyokeres is in an advanced position with Arsenal because he's told them. He's come out and said, I want you lot. I prefer you lot. Just tell me when you're ready. But Arsenal are moving mad. We don't know if they want Sesko or they want Gyokeres. Victor Gyokeres is of belief that he can control his transfer situation. When he chooses his club, simple negotiations can take place with said club. His agreement with the club regarding a move away wasn't 100% down to the transfer fee. It was over a level of control of regarding the outcome. So basically, yeah, he just bruv, he wants Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? He just wants Arsenal, bruv. Literally. That's it. The simple negotiations. Basically, what has been coming out in the media that it's either going to be 80 million euros or 60 million. It's not really important. He just wants to be in control over his thing, where he wants to go. Apparently, it's pushing Arsenal away. Arsenal only want to spend 55 million euros, apparently, max on him. That is crazy. That's like 40 million pounds for someone that's gone and scored 63 goals. So Ben Jacobs basically saying, listen, no one's out the race, but it's up to Arsenal. They're in an advanced position. If Arsenal want Gyokeres, they're going to get him. If they don't want Gyokeres and they go for Sesko instead, if it's out of Gyokeres and Ekitike and we've got it balanced, we will go for Gyokeres. That's what Ben Jacobs is saying. Ben Jacobs is reliable, and that's his thoughts on it. We'll go to the next signing, which is Ekitike. Like Chelsea, Man United's reported interest in Hugo Ekitike slightly exaggerated from Frankfurt side in order to encourage a bidding war. Chelsea were never all that advanced, despite reports saying the deal was close. Liverpool want Ekitike. That is the team that wants Ekitike. It's Liverpool, but they got to sell Darwin Núñez first. We might go for him, but I just can't see him being a Ruben type of striker. I think it's more smokescreen. As soon as we got dissed by Gyokeres, he put out there he wants Arsenal. Straight away, we're linked with Ekitike. So much news coming out of nowhere. So I think it's a thing where Ekitike, we're not really in for him, but we keep, let us know what's going on with that. What price would you go for? Because it came out he's 100 million. No one's going to pay 100 million. He's had one good season and he's not even hitting close to Gyokeres numbers, not even half of Gyokeres numbers. So come on, man. He didn't score that much goals. Like, he's just a good player, but 63 million, even that's a bit too much for him. Premier League clubs like Hugo Ekitike, but they don't like the financials involved in a potential deal. This is what I'm saying. So everyone's looking at him and saying, they're saying some mad prices for this guy. They want to sell him for the same price as Mamouche. Mamouche went for 63 million. So that's crazy, man. Like 63 million for someone that ain't really scored that much goals is mad. Obviously, and like I said, our 4 striker targets are Mateta, Delap, who rejected us, Gyokeres, who prefers Arsenal, and Osihmen. They're all big strikers. They sit in the box, headers. They want to score goals, ball to feet. He's more like a Xerxes type of player. He's out of the box more time. He'll link up with you good. He takes good shots from out the box. He's more of a link-up player. He used to link up with Mamouche a lot. I can't see him. We're basically signing another Xerxes, and I can't see that happening. Man United's interest in Hugo Ekitike is just an inquiry. It doesn't mean much at the moment, as their main priority is securing a deal for Mbuemo. So this is what I'm saying. I think it's a smoke screen. Because as soon as the Gyokeres' agent came out and said he prefers Arsenal, we're just pulling it out there that we're putting in work. We're looking for other people. But I don't think we actually want Ekitike. I think, the price is too high, but it's just, you know what? Let's just put out there that we're interested in someone else. Just in case. Remember, the Gyokeres saga isn't done yet. But if it does get done, and he ends up at Arsenal, it's just like we moved on straight away. That's what it's going to look like. Instead of it being a thing where we're sitting around, now, who are we going for? We look lost. So that's what I think it is, to be honest. And then after that, he's got into the Mbuemo. He's gone regarding Mbuemo. Man United are in contact with Brentford, making verbal suggestions regarding the structure of the deal, so that when they make their official second bid, it is utmost confidence that it will be accepted. I said this yesterday. What Ineos are doing now, they're not taking long and doing 6 different bids or whatever. They're not doing that no more. What they're doing is what they've done with Brantford. They put in a first bid that's a bit lower, 45 million or whatever. We put in for Mbuemo, 45 plus 10 or whatever we done. They'll put in that bid, and then you reject it, whatever, then we'll speak it out. If we got to speak for a week, 3 weeks, a month, we'll speak it out, get as close as we can, so that by the time we put that second bid in, you either have to accept it or we're going to walk away. That's what they're doing now. They're not doing this game thing where they're going to sit there and keep going high and high and high, like what we've done with Antony and all of that. Like, they keep rejecting it. No. This is why people are getting stressed. Oh, like, what's going to happen? Is he going to go Spurs? And he's not going to Spurs. It's not happening. Don't worry about that. It's just us in the race. It's not even a race. It's just us and Mbuemo. That's already agreed personal terms. So it's just us and Brentford. We just got to narrow it down with the structures, etc. But that's what they're doing now. They're not going in there with 100 bids. They want to just structure it so that they can accept it. If they don't accept it, we're walking away. That's it. You're not going to bump us no more. So, that's what basically Ben Jacob just broke down, basically saying that we're just trying to structure the deal properly so that it has to be accepted. And then Man United's transfer strategy is to not make numerous blind bids, which would in turn allow the selling club to demand the infamous United tax. I just said that. This is what Ajax done. They want to ensure that their bids are made with confidence, knowing what can get done, get a deal done. So this is what we're doing now. We're just literally speaking it out. Everyone wants us to rush and move mad, but you got to remember something. The first day of the transfer window, we signed Cunha. The second day of the transfer window, Mbuemo's come out, and Mbuemo wants Man United. Third day of the transfer window, Bruno might be going Saudi. So this is what I'm saying. It's been that was 2 weeks ago. So it seems like we're sleeping, we're not doing much, but we started off on a madness. And remember, the bid got rejected. If that bid got agreed, it would have been a roll. Two signings wrapped up, boom, boom. Now let's just sell players and then buy some more. Because you remember, after Mbuemo, we have to sell players as well. That's what people are forgetting. We have to sell to buy a striker. And then he's come out, Ben Jacobs, and said, Marcus Rashford wants Barcelona, but a move is highly unlikely if the signing of Nico Williams does happen. They've agreed terms with Nico Williams. Yeah, that's their main priority. Remember this, yeah? Marcus Rashford's been saying he wants to go there for ages. Luis Diaz was their first main priority. They went for Luis Diaz. Liverpool said, no, he's not for sale. We don't care how much you want to offer. He's not for sale. Now they're going for Nico Williams. So just what I'm saying to you, keep it in mind. Rashford is basically bottom barrel of that. They've gone for Luis Diaz. They've said no. They've gone for, remember, they didn't have no money apparently. They were saying, we don't have no money. We just want a loan. We've got no money right now, Barcelona. They've agreed personal terms with Nico Williams and they're ready to pay the release clause, which is 52 million or something like that. It's crazy. But cool. Anyways, Rashford is likely going to have to look to other options. He's 40 million price tag. It's something that suitors don't want to pay at this stage. Remember, it's 40 million and he's on what? What's he on? 300k? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you got to look at how much suitors he can actually get and people he can attract. It's crazy. Due to it being so early in the transfer window, Man United are not currently compromising on their valuations of Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho. While a move for Alejandro Garnacho from Aston Villa is difficult, Villa could do a deal in the next financial year, while Man United work out a quick deal for Martinez, which is seen as a win-win for PSR. Villa have to sell. Villa have to sell before July the 1st because of PSR. That's when it switches over, the financial year. So everyone keeps saying who they're going to sell. Apparently, we want Anana. I can't see us going for a midfielder. We've got too many at this stage. Casemiro, Meno, Ugarte, Bruno, Collier. We've got one game a week. So I can't see us going for him. We're linked with Martinez heavy, but no keepers leaving at this moment. So if a keeper does go, I can see us going for Martinez. We're very linked with him, and that would help their PSR. So that's the situation. And they want Garnacho, but they can't buy him right now. They got to wait till July the 1st if they're going to come for him, and then they can sort it out. But for now, they have to sell something. But yeah, back to it. It's just like Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, their valuations, that what we want of them, we're basically saying, we just want them valuations. We don't want no loans, nothing. Later down the line, maybe when it gets to August and it's nearly going to close the transfer window, you might start letting in loans. It might drop the price a bit. But for right now, I think it was 70 million for Garnacho. We're never going to get 70 million. It'll probably be 55. But you know how you got to set it high and work your way down. Rashford's 40 million, but he's on 300k. So that might get dropped to 35 just to get him off the wage book. It's an interesting one to see. But Garnacho was wanted by Chelsea. What's this one? Garnacho was wanted by Chelsea. Chelsea wanted him in January. And then now they're going for Gittins, who plays for Dortmund. So Chelsea want Gittins, and if they don't get Gittins, they want Malik Fofana. So this is what I'm saying. This is my point with Rashford as well. Like, our players are all bottom barrel for everyone. It's like, I'll go for this player, go for that player. If I don't, then I'm going to go to Man United. I'll get the Man United player. That's what it's looking like. Because Rashford, he's twerking for Barca. They're not even coming in for him. And then you got Garnacho. I want to stay in the Prem. He's dissed by Leverkusen, Ten Hag. And no one's coming in for him. No one, literally. So, yeah. Ruben Amorim would prefer to keep Joshua Zirkzee due to his versatility, playing as both a striker and number 10. People at the club believe he can improve next season and show what he's all about. With Rasmus Hojlund, the profile of striker they bring in, should they sign one, would be very similar. Basically, we want Rasmus Hojlund to go, yeah? And reports have been coming out. We want Hojlund to go. But it's the same thing I just said about Rashford and Garnacho. We're bottom barrel. Because Inter Milan wanted Hojlund, but they don't want to buy him. They want to just loan him to be their third striker. So it's crazy. It's like we can't get rid of nobody. And then Hojlund's coming out and saying, I want to stay. I've got a contract for a minute. Obviously, that's PR. You can say all of that. But it's just, it's just not looking good, man. Like, we're really trying to sell players, but it's like no one wants our players. Like I said, it's like they'll have their list, we'll go for him, and then if they don't work, we'll go for the Man United player. That's what it seems like. All parties want a permanent transfer of Antony. Manchester United are not willing to give a favour to Real Betis and allow them to extend their loan for a second season. Why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? He went over there, he lit it up, he showed what he's worth, and now more clubs are even in for him. It's not just Real Betis, and they know that. That's why they want to buy him, and they're due to sell one of their players, a midfielder called Johnny Cardozo. As soon as they sell Johnny Cardozo, they'll have money to buy Antony. We want 25 million for Antony. It should be an easy deal, really, but they have to sell Johnny Cardozo first. As soon as they sell him, then the doors will be open. There's a chance that Antony does stay at Manchester United for pre-season as they look for a potential suitor. Obviously, Antony ain't got no problems with Amorim. Remember that. It was small Rashford and Garnacho that it's like, you're not playing at all. So Antony, Sancho, if they're not sold by then, they can technically still play. Like, there's not a big issue, if you know what I mean. So hopefully he's gone by then. Like I said, all they've really got to do is sell Johnny Cardozo, and then it should be all good. But we've got to see, innit? We've got to see how that one plays out. Rasmus Hojlund, due to an interest from Italian clubs, is a realistic possibility in regards to leaving the summer. However, as it stands, a loan is more likely due to his book value and the impressions that clubs won't offer enough to break even on this. So Hojlund is due to leave, but it might be a loan because his book value, so what he's worth, we won't even be able to get that from him. That's how poor he is. But as long as he leaves and he opens up space that we can go and get someone else, someone better, I'm all for it. Do you know what I mean? So that's the situation. Should he not move to Arsenal, Benjamin Sesko is a name that Man United could revisit and they're interested. Chelsea were interested, but their focus is on the other strikers at the moment. I don't want Benjamin Tesco anywhere near my club, bro. Yeah? Benjamin Sainsbury's, whatever your name is. I don't want you near my club. This geezer scored 13 goals in the Bundesliga. What do we think he's going to... This is what Hojlund done. This is the same thing. They're at the same age, 21, project striker. I don't know why Arsenal's even looking at him. Do you understand? He scored 13 goals in the Premier League. Mamouche left in January and ended up finishing the season. 6 months head start, you know. Finishing the season with more goals than him. I don't want Benjamin Tesco nowhere near this club. That's another project striker. We can't keep doing this project striker thing. It's not working. Hojlund came in. He scored about 13 goals or something in the Italian league. Oh, let's make him the number 9. It's not worked out. So to get Benjamin Tesco doing the same thing in the German league, and then, yeah, let's have hopes in him as well. What, him and Hojlund coming off the bench, it's up like back-to-back. No way. That's no way. Give me a proper number 9, man. Let's not do this project thing no more. I'm done with all of that. Yeah, I was going Old Trafford, like, it was long. You just see in there, every single defender we had, every single defender that had Hojlund to defend against had a compilation at the end of the game. They had their best game. We're playing Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich. It's the best game for them because of Hojlund just so poor. Come on, man. I don't want Benjamin Tesco. On the topics of rumours regarding Dusan Vlahovic and Man United, there's nothing advanced. Vlahovic has been offering himself to a lot of clubs. I saw Arsenal fans putting him up the other days, or they were linked to him. So he wants to just get out of there. I think he's 21 million, but his wages are like 300k a week. We're trying to dim down our wage structure. That's the reason why we're not really going big for a lot of players. I can't see us going in for Vlahovic, you know what I mean? Unless he takes a mad pay cut, which a lot of players don't want to do no more for some reason. I can't really see it happening. And he's going a bit quiet, to be honest. He was banging in goals, 2 seasons ago? His name was flying. He was flavour of the month. Now, no one even talks about him no more. So, yeah, I'm not a favour of him. And then we got Emi Martinez, who I spoke about recently because of the Garnacho thing. They said, Emi Martinez could go the opposite way to help with PSR, blah, blah, blah. Due to Aston Villa's potential PSR issues, a deal for Emi Martinez could be exploited in the next 2 weeks. Remember, by the July the 1st, the turnover for the next calendar year happens. So Aston Villa need to sell. They have to sell. They're in trouble. So they're going to sell someone. So, so in the next 2 weeks, we could get Emi Martinez. But 30-40 million is a figure that Aston Villa will be happy with in regards to their valuation of Emi Martinez, their PSR position, and giving them the ability to bring in a replacement in. Listen, we're not buying it for 30-40 million. That's never happening. That's one. 2, he's 32. I know goalkeepers go on for a long age, etc. But I can't see us paying 30, 40 million on Emi Martinez. Him being 32, and the last thing he done in the season, remember, he took Hojlund at Old Trafford. That's the last thing the geezer's done. So it's in everyone's mind that he's reckless. I can't see us paying that money for him. So, yeah, maybe a 20 million or something, or 15 or whatever. 20 with a little bit, but 30 to 40 million is crazy for Emi Martinez, and he's 32. That's mad. While there's been no approach, Diogo Costa is a name that Man United have discussed internally, and they're fans of him. Yeah, Diego Costa, he was flavour of the month about a year ago, year and a bit. Everyone was talking about him. Every team wanted him. Oh, we want Diego Costa. We wanted him. And then we played Porto, and he had a blunder. Remember, 2 goals he just basically threw in the net when we played Porto in the Europa last year. So from then, I was like, oh, this guy's a bit shaky, but he plays for Portugal. Every time I see him with Portugal, he doesn't look too bad. I would take him over Onana, but it's just that one game. Imagine that. The one game, you always hear about him, you rate him. I saw him save some penalties. Was it for Porto or Portugal? He saved like 3 penalties at once or something. And I'm like, yeah, I like him. Like, he can kick his role. He's good with his feet. And then we played them in the Europa, and the guy threw the ball in the back of the net twice. I was like, this geezer's, he's basically Onana, the Portuguese Onana. So that was just a one game I see of him, and a one game to judge him. So it might not be fair. He might be better than that, but he's another option. Obviously, we're looking at keepers. We want Onana to go, but he doesn't want to. No one wants him. This is what's going on. So they're just briefing that he's going to stay, but I know that nobody actually wants him. Because if somebody wants him, he'll be gone. So, and Saudi don't want to bail us out. Saudi want to bail out Liverpool when it's their turn. Henderson, Firmino, who else did they bail out? Fabinho, Henderson, and Firmino for Liverpool. Chelsea, Koulibaly, Kante. When it's time for us, come get Casemiro, come get Onana. No one wants to bail us out. No one. It's crazy. And then we've got Victor Osimhen. This would be my number one striker, you know. I would take Victor Osimhen any day. Yeah. Then all these strikers were linked with. And he basically says Man United are not in the race for Victor Osimhen, as the player won't significantly adjust his wage demands. He doesn't want a reduction should his team not play Champions League football, which doesn't suit Manchester United. So Victor Osimhen doesn't want a reduction. He doesn't want a wage cut. And if the team is not playing Champions League football, how are we going to suit his wage? That's crazy. Do you understand? I heard he wants 195k a week after tax. So with tax, what is that? 300? Something crazy. And this is what we're staying away from. This wage. We're trying to do our wage properly now. And it will only cost 60 million, where it's like we don't have players that are coming in and we can't move them on if it goes mad. But this is my number one striker. I would take him any day. But it's crazy because it's like, yeah, it's just like he wants a Champions League team. But the mad thing about him and his wages, he dissed Saudi. He said, I don't want to go Saudi. So from the time he's turning around and saying he don't want to go Saudi, Saudi offers the craziest money ever, tax-free. What the fuck does he want then? Does he want £1 million, $1 billion? What does he want then? Because you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Osihmen wants, bro. That's what's killing us. But I would love for us to sign Osihmen, man. Like, that's my number one. If we sign Osihmen, oh my days, like, a lot will be happening. From Uganda's Osihmen coming to Old Trafford. I hope so. I hope he is. But it seems unlikely right now. That's what Ben Jacobs is stating. He said that we're not in a race for Victor Osihmen because he won't significantly adjust these wage demands. So he wants a big wage. He wants a nice wage. But then again, Saudi offered him a nice wage. So maybe he wants to stay in Europe, but with a nice wage. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a techie one, man. But it's a techie one. Hello. Ugarte as well. There's big faith from figures at Man United that Manuel Ugarte turns into a top player in the Ruben Amorim's midfield. Remember, he played for Ruben before. That's why everyone was like, oh, Ugarte, Ruben, it all makes sense, blah, blah, blah. But he dropped him for like the last 2 games. I think he dropped him for the Aston Villa game. He dropped him for the final with Spurs. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I like Ugarte, innit? He just does what he needs to do, innit? He's a destroyer, you'll call it. Just put out the fire. Everyone wants your DM now to do 100 things. Everyone has to be Rodri now. They don't like you. Oh, he's got to score goals. He's got to defend. He's got to cross. He's got to do throw-ins. He's got to do everything now. I just understand what he is. He's just a destroyer. Put him on a big game like Man City, Chelsea, where there's a lot going on. Just win the ball, pass it to the guy next to you. Done. That's your job. Just do it. And he knows what to do. That's what he does. But everyone wants a DM that does more. And I understand that. And it is where it is, isn't it? We're probably going to get one next season. That's what I heard. We're going to go big on the midfielder next season. Hopefully someone like Belieber from Brighton. But we'll have to see. But Victor Osihmen has just said he's not going to basically drop his wage. So unless we're going to break our wage structure and say, listen, we're going to bring this striker in because we know he's going to score goals. So fuck it. Come through, Osihmen. You're going to be our number one. Just make sure you do your job. I don't know what's going to happen, mate. I don't know who we're going to go for then. It's a bit of a weird one. So, and Victor Gyokeres, to just summarize, Victor Gyokeres basically prioritizing Arsenal, but he's not turned down Man United. It's coming out a bit more about this now. He hasn't turned down Man United. So I don't know if it's because, obviously, Fabrizio's come out today and said Sesko has not agreed personal terms with Arsenal. So that was gas. But it looks like it's heating up with Arsenal and Sesko. So maybe Victor Gyokeres making his agent put something else out there now, just in case he looks like an idiot, even though he won't look like an idiot anyway, if Arsenal go to Sesko, because your agent came out and said you prefer Arsenal. So you look like an idiot regardless. But he's like trying to change the narrative now, because Fabrizio came out yesterday. If you check the last stream, Fabrizio came out yesterday and he was saying that Gyokeres has not rejected Manchester United. He has not rejected them. It's not true, blah, blah, blah. He just prefers Arsenal, and Manchester United respect that. Like, they're in the Champions League. We respect it, innit? Like, all right, cool, no problem. And you lot got to remember something as well. A lot of people are saying, I won't take Gyokeres. No way. He disrespected us. We're second fiddle. Mate, let's think about this one second. Lenny Yoro was bang on to go Real Madrid. He wanted Real Madrid. That's his dream club. We went in there. We might have paid a little bit above the odds, but we convinced him. And he came to Man United. Joshua Zirkzee was bang on the money to go AC Milan. Go on Twitter, Google, type in Joshua Zirkzee, AC Milan. They were close. We went in there, convinced him, and he came to Man United. So I don't think any of us care about a player having a preference to go somewhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's not, it's the proof's in the pudding. Do you know what I'm saying? So Victor Gyokeres, the fact that we're even in for him, are you not even understanding? He's even conversation that we can get him as a striker and we finish 15th is crazy. A lot of teams will finish 15th and no one even wants to go there at all. Who has Spurs signed? Who wants to go Spurs? Who are they linked with? What strikers? You think they're going to be linked with someone like Victor Gyokeres or something like? They'll look at them. They just won the Europa League and they go in Champions League and they're still not even linked to no one big. All I've been hearing is, Mbuemo, hijack, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it might be Semenyo. But who they actually bang on concrete from Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs or David Ornstein, they linked with? No. This is what I'm saying. That's just Man United. The fact that we can even still have this guy as a conversation is crazy. So people saying, I don't want him no more. He's losing us. Mate, we're only saying this because it's Arsenal and it's a bit close to home. But when it was Lenny Yoro that wanted to go Real Madrid and then he ended up coming, or Joshua Zirkzee that wanted to go AC Milan and ended up coming, no one mentions it because it's cool. But I get it. It's Arsenal. But you got to remember where we are as a club. If we go and get some idiot striker now that's 20 years old, because he wants to come because he's 15 and he's excited, what are we going to do then? We're going to have a project thing going on. We're actually linked with big strikers. So, yeah, man. Man United still holds weight. That's a positive. But, yeah, so basically, just to summarize this one, Victor Gyokeres prefers Arsenal. They're in a more advanced position because they can just turn around tomorrow and go, all right, Gyokeres, we're going to pay the money for you. And he's going straight there. He's 27. He's in his prime. He wants to win now. But if they don't do that, we're there to sweep in, type of thing. And he's saying it. Fabrizio said it. It's not done yet. We'll know soon. We just need Sporting to basically just put out his price, what his price is, because apparently Arsenal don't want to pay more than 55 million euros. So, which is 40 million euros. And that is crazy. For someone that's got 63 goals, you don't want to pay 40 million or something. Mad. That's all you want to pay. That's madness. So yeah, Gyokeres, it's not done yet. It's still gonna go. It's still ongoing. But Arsenal are leading. Ekitike, everyone likes him. There's a lot of talk about us liking him so much, and Germany, they keep reporting about him every minute. Man United, Man United, Man United. It's not that. It's not true. We're not in for him that much, basically. It's not that crazy. Right now, we want Mbuemo. That's our main priority. But ekitike, the financials involved, is putting everyone off. And I think Liverpool are the most advanced for him, to be honest. But they just have to sell Darwin Núñez, who is very, very heavily linked to Napoli. So, yeah, if Liverpool sign him, I remember they won the league last year with, what's his name? Luis Diaz up top. So if they get a proper striker, it's long. With Wirtz, Gyokeres, Frimpong, it's long. But yeah, man, so that's ekitike, basically. Frankfurt's trying to start a bidding war. I don't believe that we're even in for him like that. I just can't see him suiting Ruben type of striker. From what we've been linked with before, the Delaps, Mateta, Gyokeres, and Osihmen, you can't go from that type of striker, bullies, defenders, in the box, etc., to someone like ekitike. I think this is just a smoke screen. And like Ben Jacobs is saying, it's more exaggerated from Frankfurt. They're just trying to start a bidding war. Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, they can see that people are inquiring, and they're just trying to put loads of names out there, loads of teams, to make it seem like everyone's in for him. They wanted 100 million at first. Now it's reportedly gone down to 63 million. And then they're trying to start bidding more so everyone can just start coming. And then before you know it, he goes for about 80 million or something. So yeah, there's nothing too much into it from Ben Jacobs. And this is the Mbuemo. It's basically just saying Man United are working on the deal, but they're making the deal, that they're working on it so good, like basically like with Brentford, that by the time they put in their second bid, it's either take it or leave it. Instead of just going in there and just bidding, going crazy, they're trying to switch up the United tax thing and just listen. They're speaking it out all the time, trying to get closer to their valuation so that they can just put a bid in. As soon as they put that bid in, it's either we're going to walk away or they're going to accept it. It's not going to be, we've been talking for 2 weeks, we put a bid in, they reject it, then we're talking again for another 2. No. It's 2 bids now and we do maximum. We've done the same thing with Braithwaite last year. Everton was acting up. We want 75 million. They put in 1 bid. They rejected it. We put another bid in and then they rejected it. We walked away. So that's what's going to happen here. But they're getting closer and closer. Mbuemo wants to go. Man United want Mbuemo. Brentford don't mind selling him. But it's just Brentford's trying to get the most money they can. But Mbuemo was 55 million apparently. He's got 1 year left on his contract. As soon as Man United came in, 70 million. It just went mad out of nowhere. So, yeah, that's the situation with Mbuemo, and just the United's transfer strategy is just, we're not trying to do this United tax thing. So we're going to just take it easy, go in there with confidence, and just, like I said, 2 bids max. After the next bid with Mbuemo, when you hear Mbuemo bid's gone in and Brentford either accept it or don't, I guarantee you walk away. That's it. Marcus Rashford, he wants Barcelona, but he's last on the list. And this is what's crazy, because they were sitting there and saying, but we haven't got no money. We're Barcelona. We ain't got no money. We just want a loan for Rashford right now, blah, blah, blah. Bam. They've gone for Luis Diaz to buy him. Liverpool have said, no, we don't want him. We don't want to sell him. We're not selling Luis Diaz. So when that's happened, now they've gone for Nico Williams. They've agreed personal terms today with Nico Williams, and Rashford's bottom fiddle again. So Rashford's sitting there, I want my dream move to Barcelona, but they don't even rate you. You've got Luis Diaz on top of you, and then you've got Nico Williams. And now they're going for Nico Williams. Nico Williams wants to move. He's agreed personal terms. They said they had no money for Rashford. They wanted a loan. Now they've got money now because Nico Williams got release clause, 52 million or something. So this is what I'm saying. All of our players are bottom barrel. It's like, let me go for this guy, then this guy, and then at the end, I'll go for the Man United players. Same for Garnacho. Like, Chelsea wanted him in January. Now they want Gittins or Fofana. Then we'll go for Garnacho. If them two don't go through, we'll go for Garnacho after. It's crazy. But yeah, it's basically just saying that Garnacho to Aston Villa is a difficult move because of the financial year. But because we want Emi Martinez, they might be able to sort out a little swap win-win for PSR on both sides. And that Man United don't want to basically drop their valuations. We apparently rate Garnacho that we want 70 million for him. Obviously, that's just to put out there. We will never sell him for 70 million. It'll probably be like 55 in the end. Let's be real, max. And Garnacho and Rashford, we want 40 million. So we're just putting it out there. We don't want no loans at the moment. This is our valuations for him. Don't come to us with nothing else. This is what we want to sell them for. And then we got Amrin just wants to keep Xerxes. His versatility, we can play as a 10, as a striker. And Rasmus Hojlund's a striker. They'll sign someone, but Rasmus Hojlund, we want to sell him. But like again, he's bottom of the barrel. Inter Milan said they wanted him. Inter Milan have agreed terms or something with some next geezer that's 21 that plays for Parma. I have the article in the last stream. This is what I'm saying. All of our players are bottom barrel. Antony is the only one, the closest guy to leaving, because Real Betis want him, we want him to go, and Antony wants to go. And he's willing to drop his wage as well to make it happen. So good for him, good on him. There's a chance that he stays through pre-season, because remember, he hasn't got no problem with Ruben. Antony ain't got a problem with Ruben. Sancho ain't got no problem with Ruben either. But Rashford and Garnacho, I doubt they would even be on the bus, on the plane pre-season. But yeah, Antony wants to go, and they wanted another loan as well, Real Betis. But we're saying no. And what Antony done is he lit up the Spanish league. Now, Atletico Madrid won him. Juventus apparently inquired. So there's a lot of eyes on him. And Real Betis know this now, that someone can actually come and buy him now, and he will go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, all these other teams are in Champions League. So Real Betis really want to buy him now, but they've got to sell one of their players called Johnny Cardozo, who is linked to Atletico Madrid. As soon as they sell him, he's meant to be going for 30 million euros. They could just come in for Antony straight away. There's no excuse now. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But Antony should be going. He's basically the closest out of all of them to leaving. I can't see no one else leaving before him. That's according to Ben Jacobs as well. Rasmus Hojlund, it's Italian clubs are in for him. Like I said, Inter Milan, that's the most in for him. However, as it stands, a loan is more likely due to his book value. So we couldn't sell him right now for more than he's worth. That's how poor he's been. We bought him for 72 million. But we probably couldn't even sell him for 40 million right now. So we know, send him out on loan to one of these slower leagues. Just same thing as Antony. You remember something, yeah? When we're sending players to the Premier League on loan, Rashford, Sancho, they're not really lighting it up. But when we're sending them on loan out of the English division, whatever, it's all good. Like look at Antony. Antony was doing all right out there. Malacia, he was doing all right. He was in the Champions League, etc. People have even probably forgot about Malacia. So this is what I'm saying. It would be nice for Hojlund to go back to Italy, and just smash it. He's got loads of space. You can play counter-attack. You got all the time in the world. Score as much goals you want. Then you can reevaluate all your options. Do I want to stay here? Do I like it in Italy? Should I stay? And then before you know it, other teams want him now. Same thing with Antony. He's got Atletico Madrid, Juventus, etc. So I think Hojlund, that's a good one for him, man, to just go get a loan somewhere else. Don't go to the Prem. Don't go to the Championship. Go somewhere else. Spain, Italy, one of these leagues. Portugal, there's loads of space. Do what you got to do. Sesko, if he doesn't go to Arsenal, he was a name that we were looking at last year. So it could materialize. I don't think anything's going to come from that. And I don't want Benjamin Sesko nowhere near my club. I don't want no more project strikers, bro. Yeah? He's about the same age as Hojlund. Like I said, he had 13 goals in the German league. Hojlund had about 13 goals in the Italian league before he came. Mamouche, that plays for City, left the Bundesliga in January. Why in May has he still got more goals than Benjamin Sesko? How does that make any sense? He left in January. This is what I'm saying. I don't want no strikers like this. Don't be bringing me these strikers, these project strikers. And it's good to see we ain't been linked with any project strikers anyway. Everyone we've been linked with, apart from Delap, and he's done it in the Prem, like he scored a few goals. Everyone been linked with Gyokeres, Osihmen, Mateta, even Mateta, he's done it in the Prem. Like they're kind of established. They've scored goals. This geezer scored 13 goals. Arsenal, please, just take him. Yeah, do what you're doing with him, take him, but I don't want him nowhere near United. Please. Like, I can't do this no more, this project striker thing. On the topic of rumours, Dusan Vlahovic and Man United is nothing advanced. Listen, he's basically offering himself out to everybody. I see Arsenal fans talking about him the other day because he got offered to Arsenal. His name ain't ringing no more. He was ringing about 2-3 years ago. He was banging in goals. Since that little time where he was banging in goals 2-3 years ago, who talks about Vlahovic anymore? I ain't heard no one talk about him. So what is really going on? I've heard they only want 21 million for him, but he's on 320k. That is crazy. No one ain't gonna come in for him with them wages. That is mad. So that's another one. Like, he's too inconsistent in these low leagues. You need a striker that's just bullying, that's banging it out in them leagues. When you bring him here, then it's a test. It's always a test with every striker. Gyokeres is a test. He could come here and flop, but still, if we bought Gyokeres and he scored 63 goals, not one person will sit here and go, oh, they messed up, the hierarchy. You understand it. All right, he scored 63 goals. We needed goals. We get it. Do you know what I mean? But if you're going there and you're getting someone that scored 13 goals in the Bundesliga, a player left in January, Mamouche, and in May still had more goals than him, I'm on to you. I'm sitting there saying, Brad, it's all you lot's fault. You lot have gone mad. So yeah, Vlahovic, another one, myth. Yes, I want Osihmen, Mbuemo, Martinez, Edison, Luis, Malik Fofana, Roger Fernandez. United better for next season. You're playing FIFA, brother. We can't sell no one. You're playing FIFA. That's a good team, I'll be real. That's a good team, but you're playing FIFA, bro. I'll be real. That's a FIFA team. You can play that on FIFA. I would love to have that team, have them in our team, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's not. It's just not going to happen. Let's be real. And then we just got Emi Martinez, because of their PSR issues. Villa have to sell within 2 weeks. Yeah, they have to sell. The 1st of July is when the calendar year goes round, and they got PSR issues, so they have to sell. We're heavily linked to Martinez, but apparently Villa want 30-40 million. He's 32. And look at the last thing that Martinez done in the Premier League when he clotheslined fucking Hojlund. And like, it's not going to happen, bro. Like, I can't see us paying 30-40 million. Maybe 20, because remember, goalkeepers have got a high life in the football industry. They can go into play at any ages, but I can't see him playing. I can't see us paying 30-40 million. That's crazy. And then we got Diogo Costa. We're big fans of him, but nothing ain't discussed at the moment. But it's all if Onana leaves, isn't it? Or Bayende. If Onana or Bayende leaves, we'll have a bit of money, we'll have space, and then boom. But like I said, no one's in for these guys. So if no one buys them, they can't leave. I see some people saying, oh, why are we not selling these players? No one wants to buy them. I've just showed Rashford, Garnacho, all of these players, they're still here. No one wants them. It's crazy. But Diogo Costa, he was a good player. I used to watch him. I thought, yeah, we're linked with him. I thought this guy is good. He's good with his feet. Before we got Onana, and then in the Europa League, he just had a madness. He threw the ball in the back of the net 2 times. So from that one game I saw him in that Europa League, that scarred me. Like, oh my God, this guy isn't all that. But I've seen him play for Portugal 1-2 times. He looks all right. But that's the only game I proper watched him, is when United played him in the Europa. And he threw the ball in the back of the net 2 times. I think it was both Rashford goals or something. So that's the last I knew about Diogo Costa. But yeah, we're fans of him. But Emi Martinez seems like the most advanced if we do sell Onana, because it's coming out from Argentina, Ben Jacobs. So much sources are talking about it. Like, it's not just them. And then obviously, last but not least, Victor Gyokeres, Man United are not in the race. This is the worst news of them all. Man United are not in the race for Victor Osihmen, as the player won't significantly adjust his wage demands. He doesn't want a reduction should his team not play for Champions League football, which doesn't suit Manchester United. So basically, that's another striker that just rules himself out of our list. The lap rejected us. Gyokeres wants Arsenal. Osihmen fucking only wants Champions League football, or he doesn't want to reduce his wage. How are we going to fit his wage into our structure without Champions League football? We need that money. So this is what I'm saying. It's crazy. Unless we sell some players and then we can fit someone at this wage, but it's mad, and it's mad unrealistic. Let's be real. So yeah, man. So who we got left on that list then? Ekitike or Mateta? When you actually think about it, and Mateta, he's meant to be happy at Palace. He's ready to play Europa with them. He might sign a new deal. Everyone was saying it's going to be 40 million. No, apparently it's 55 to 60. They want top dollar for him. It's crazy. So it's like, who are we really going to end up with then? It's crazy. It's mad to see. Hopefully, Arsenal just grab Benjamin Sesko and we just get Gyokeres and we just call it a day like that. Literally. But like I said, even getting Gyokeres. After Mbuemo, we have to sell. Who are we selling? Apart from Antony, who seems like he's the only one that's going to go. Who's going? It's crazy. Saudi don't want to bail us out. Casemiro, I'm not seeing one link for Casemiro this whole summer. Not one link. I'm here every day talking about the transfers, and Casemiro hasn't come up once. And it basically just says that Ugarte, Man United are a big fan of Ugarte, and they think that Ruben's going to turn him into a big midfielder. But a top player, sorry. But Ruben had him before at Sporting, so Ruben knows him more than anything. And the last 3 games, I think it was, I know there was the final with Spurs. I don't know about Aston Villa, maybe. He benched him. So I don't know if he's really rating him like that anymore. Or it was just a thing where he was just trying to figure himself out at the end of the season. Now he's going to implement his style properly, and he might have to play him. Because them times he was playing Casemiro, was playing a little bit deeper, so it might have been a bit different them times. So yeah, man. So that's all the news from Ben Jacobs rounded up. I'm gonna be here later. I'll be here at 6 o'clock, and then I'll be here at 9 o'clock. So yeah, man. So subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the likes. Every day we're bringing you the Man United news, consistent. See you lot later.
Got some more celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm